unless you have hobbit feet like Carl, we've all had blisters. Annoying, painful, disgusting. Now there's a use for those blisters, guys. It's called Pus Busters. Recycled blister pus repurposed into a chapstick/sunscreen combo. And of course, it's organic, obviously. Check it out. It smells so bad, even the sun is repulsed.com. What's going on, everybody? This is Derek, and with me today is the only man who has scared a bear, a porcupine, a zebra, you name it, when he tried to grow a mustache. It was terrifying. Carl Mandrioli. There he is.
Welcome to the Backpacking Fishers podcast. This episode is brought to you by the quilt that was the most commonly used on the collegiate loop, Enlightened Equipment. Check them out at enlightenedequipment.com. With me today is a man who tells victims of the Matrix that snitches get glitches.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Really repurposed that snitches get stitches. All right. Okay.
Yeah, it's right.
So kind of just just piggybacked off of somebody else's cool saying, really.
Okay.
That's okay.
Wait, cool saying? You feel like when somebody says that to you, you're like, that guy's cool.
Well, it's well known, I should say. And you're just,
right.
Okay. So you're just stealing, essentially.
What is the Matrix, Derek?
The Matrix is the truth, Carl. And are you willing to face the truth? You know, are you willing to face the...
I thought the Matrix was the opposite of the truth. It was the world that was pulled over our eyes to deceive us from the truth.
Well, yes. Well, I guess that's true, but...
Well, it's that too. It's both the truth and not the truth.
It's the Matrix. What's behind the Matrix? I think we need to discuss today what pill would you take, number one, obviously. But, are you somebody who can handle the truth, or do you need to live in the fake...
You're connecting other movies
the
now.
fake world.
Can you handle the truth?
This isn't the Truman Show, Carl. Can you live in, reality, or do you need to live in your little bubble, right?
Speaking of glitches, I feel like there's a glitch in Derek's Matrix because now he's just throwing out random movie references that don't really relate at all to anything we're talking about.
The Godfather and Truman are exactly the... No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
All right. What do you say? Which pill would I have taken? So you get the red pill?
You get the red pill, you get the blue pill. Do you remember what each pill does?
Yeah, it's in somebody's hands, and we don't know if they use hand sanitizer, so it's a little gross. But if you had to take one, which one are you taking?
Hand sanitizer? Do you remember what they each did?
Yeah, the red pill is the one where you keep on going down the rabbit hole, and the blue pill, you just go back to the Matrix life. I'm
going red pill. I like a good mystery.
So you would trust a stranger with dirty hands?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
I think I don't want to take any pill. I'm going to skip both of them.
That's not an option.
Yeah, and I'm going to be like, take your sunglasses off. You're a little creepy, and you have dirty hands, so maybe...
Guys, this is what I have to deal with every week, this kind of an answer. You know what I mean? Well, pick a pill. Pick a pill. You can't handle the truth. You want to just go back
to... If I had to pick a pill, if I was forced to pick a pill...
You go blue.
And I'm being honest, I'd probably take the blue pill.
You just want to go back to Candyland and live your life.
I just don't trust the guy, so I'm like, I don't know where the red pill's going to take
me. But
me.
He's proving that he is from somewhere different. He's showing you that he's from somewhere different.
No, that's how scams work, is people make you believe something that's not true.
This is before that time, I think. So, and look, they were,
Wait a second. Before the time of scams?
The pill scam. It's the pill scam, Carl. Listen, it's Lawrence Fishburne, dude. It's Lawrence Fishburne.
It's the best line you ever said on the entire podcast, right there.
It's Lawrence Fishburne, dude. It's Lawrence. You're telling me if Lawrence came to your house...
The Matrix pill scene is before the time of scams.
Listen, it's the Matrix pill scam.
Okay.
You're not ready for it. If Lawrence Fishburne came to your house with those shades and sat and looked at you and gave you that speech,
right,
you would be terrified.
Right. Yeah, I know. That's why I don't want to take a pill. I'm not gonna have people fear monger me into taking a pill out of a dirty hand.
Fear monger. Okay. It's a little intense, but it's.
Yeah. But you know what? We didn't know him. The main character Neo didn't know him. But hopefully, if you've been listening to this podcast long enough, you know us, and so you can trust us to take the red pill. Is that fair?
I'm taking the red pill.
Okay.
So
we're talking about that.
Yeah.
And then also, I got a couple of interesting tidbits that we got coming up, and one of them is they're actually rebooting an old TV show that you still watch. So yeah, that to look forward to.
Okay.
Any predictions?
I'm excited. No.
Okay.
Hondo? I don't know. Bonanza?
Bible verse of the episode, 1 John 3:18. Little children, let us not love in word and talk, but in deed and in truth. So, Derek, in the backpacking world, what's an example of somebody who's all talk? How does that go down?
Somebody who's all talk.
In the backpacking world.
I mean, I guess someone who, I don't know, like brags about all the accomplishments they've had on the trail, but then can't physically stay with the group, maybe? Maybe they show signs of weakness, as shoulders and whatnot. It could be a lot of things. I don't know.
Okay.
What's that experience like for you? What do you think?
I come across a lot of people who do a really good job with spreadsheets, and they've got kind of their gear situated. They've got their gear purchased. They've got their base weight configured, but they don't really go backpacking.
They just got all the knickknacks and whatnot.
They just like the organizational side. Or if they go backpack, they're like, I'm going to go on a 4-day trip. Actually, I only made it half a day, and I'm good. I'm going to walk back out.
Interesting. So they're not out there for the love of the outdoors. They're more...
Right. They're out there for the love of the gear.
Love of the gear. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of people actually like that.
There's a lot. Some of them actually do go outside and stay outside and go backpacking for a long time. So they get respect there. But the people that just, the all talk people, that's not as much fun. So, and you know what? They're probably not even listening to this episode, so it doesn't matter.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay. All right. Here
Yeah.
we go. Don't believe what the backpacking world is telling you to believe. If you take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your tent and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in backpacking in Blisters land, and we show you just how deep the rabbit hole goes.
We're going to peel back the curtain right now.
That's correct. All right. So what is something that people believe that needs to be revealed to them as false, or that there's actual truth that's different?
You want me to go first?
Sure.
Let's start with the bug spray. If you use DEET or off or whatever, it will repel all insects. Why is it bad though, Carl? Because it's like basically spraying poison on yourself.
Right.
We've had instances where you spray this and it gets on your gear, your shoe, your shirt, your bag, and it like melts.
It melts your gear.
Yeah.
Is that something that you want to be putting on your skin?
Clearly, some people swear by it. I think they've taken the blue pill.
That stuff's sold at the grocery store. It's sold at your outdoor store. It's sold everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Blue pill that.
So what's the solution? How do we overcome this?
How do we overcome it?
Yeah. What do you do, Derek?
Yeah, what could I use instead? I mean, I got it right here, Carl. This is what I use. I use the Lemongrass Farms.
Yeah.
All natural insect repellent. And it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Yeah. It is. It's like essential oils. And for those that know their essential oils and have been part of the essential oils pyramid scheme, you know that they can cure cancer as well. So double
I don't know about that. I know that when I use it, I took a friend somewhere that gets roasted by mosquitoes, and they got maybe one bite.
Yeah.
It was amazing. So I was shocked.
So you don't need DEETs, what you're saying.
You don't need DEET.
I like it.
Get rid of the poison.
Yeah.
What's yours? What do you got? What do you got?
Okay, I'm going to start with backpacks that are terrible. Like backpacks that are non-functional. So here's what people do is they're trying to lighten their load. So they buy these ultralight backpacks, right? And the way that the backpacks are ultralight, aside from the fabric, is they take all of the handy dandy pockets. They take off the brain. They take off all these different pockets from your pack. So you just have like one main compartment, maybe a little bit of mesh on the outside, right? So they've removed all the accessory pockets and all the accessory doodads that make it functional. And they've just taken it off to shed the weight. That makes sense. But then what people do is then they spend a ton of extra money buying pockets to add right back to the pack. They buy like the double hip belt pocket. They buy double shoulder strap pockets, and they just simply add it right back to the pack.
Which are probably actually heavier than the actual.
Maybe it's just, they're just trying to get this like pack weight down by buying a more expensive pack that has less features, but then the more expensive pack becomes even more expensive when you add all the pockets back on. That seems silly to me.
So you thinking the whole industry's making more money because they're selling now pockets individually, and the backpacks are still about the same amount of money.
Yeah, how much does a pocket go for? How much does like a small,
satchel,
inconvenient hip belt pocket go for? Like let's say with Z-Packs, how much would you guess?
$30?
Yeah, more like $50.
$50 for a pocket.
Yeah, for like, and it's not a great one either. So I tried one out this summer and I actually lost a map out of that pocket. And so I took the pocket off the pack. And so if you want to be ultralight, just keep the pack as is. If you want to have your pack actually like function in an organizational way, then buy a pack that keeps the pockets and don't overspend it.
You seem very passionate about the pockets.
I am.
Like this has rubbed you the wrong way for a long
It
time.
literally did because I lost a map out of one.
Literally did. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Interesting.
it rubbed against my hip too.
Did you get a rash?
Maybe.
Maybe if you had some of this lemongrass, it might have helped. I don't know.
That would have solved that problem as well.
Exactly.
Yep.
All right. Well, 2 birds, 1 stone. Next one is the faith, the trust that people put in the trail signs, Carl. They just believe these trail signs to be the end all be all of where they're going, as if they're never wrong, as if they're never like if the mileage is actually wrong on the trail signs. And I think that I think it's high tide that we spoke about this, and I think we've talked about this again too. Like this is why we have things like GPS now. Like if GPS now for location obviously is huge, but like GPSs, and then we have mentioned hundreds of times on this podcast, like the actual old school paper map.
Yeah, the one that I just lost. I just talking about
The one that you lost with
it's
your
more
fake
plastic
pocket.
than paper, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Whatever, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, so what you're saying is, do you think people are like navigating or using the trail signs as like a trusted source or guide for their journey?
I think more than they should, because there are instances like when we were in, I don't know, like Banff, where you don't even see a trail sign for Lord knows how long. And then there's other times where like in Yosemite even, right? I mean, we were out there and it's like, hey, this is going to be in 7 miles, but it's really more like 9 or 10 miles, or that wasn't,
Right.
you know. And so I think if you're planning a trip, like, hey, we'll go do this trip in 3 days and this is the mileage, but then you get there and you're like, oh my.
Absolutely. So I'll share that on our most recent trip, the Collegiate Loop, there was one sign, and we weren't trusting them. So I immediately knew that it was wrong, but our camp was at this creek, I think it was like called Cottonwood Creek. And we had about 10 miles left to go to get to the creek.
Okay.
And I saw a sign that said Cottonwood Creek, 17 miles.
17 miles.
17. So 7 mile differential.
That's a lot.
Right. So I don't think people are like navigating by trail signs, but I think that they are using them as a general guideline, and I would question that as well. So I'm with you on this one.
Okay. Agreed.
Okay.
Take the red pill, guys.
All right.
All right, what's your next one?
Okay, so next one is, I'm going to probably make some people mad about this, but
Big surprise.
a lot of folks are buying gear based upon reviews that they're seeing on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And there are some legitimate YouTubers, we've had them on the show, that I trust their gear reviews. Our number one seed is Justin Outdoors for sure.
Yeah.
But there's others.
There's many others.
There's others
Many.
that aren't really testing their gear in the outdoors. And we've even had one of them admit that on our show. That happened earlier this season.
Yeah.
But one guy we had, I'm not going to name names, said that he tested out some sleeping pads and sleeping bags in his living room and then did like a gear review video on it. So and was on this podcast talking about it. Yeah, I would just say that if you are blindly trusting YouTubers, not knowing how much they've actually used the gear, like if they're not telling you how much they've used it, I would be very careful.
And if they're testing something indoors when you're going to be outdoors, kind of a...
Well, you don't always know that, though. That was like a secret that kind of got revealed. I don't think that was intentional. I think I kind of dug it out of him.
You might have. That was maybe one of your best interviews.
It was kind of, some investigative reporting maybe, right?
Dare I say? Yeah, dare I say.
We'll submit that for the podcast Nobel Prize category.
Wow. I think we're in the top 3 running right now.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Okay.
Yeah. It's hard for me to disagree with you on this because there's so much on social media in general,
right?
Not just backpacking, that people just like, oh, it's on there. It's truth. It's gospel. So,
and before you think we're on our high horse, like we've already told you multiple times, don't even trust us. Like we'll tell you how much we've used it. If we used it a lot, and I'm just not like a meticulous reviewer who's gonna be like, this thread is going to fray after 75 hours of use. So beware of, I don't know. I'm not that meticulous.
I mean, didn't you say at the beginning of this episode that they could trust us with the red pill? Didn't you say that?
They did. Yeah, I did say that. Yeah.
So
now can you trust what I'm saying about not trusting us is the question, right?
Can you trust Carl or can you trust me?
I guess not.
I'm calling him out.
I guess I'm out.
I'm
out.
You're out.
Yeah.
There's one left.
I'm going to keep talking though. All right.
Take the green pill. All right.
What you got?
My next one is, this is something that's sold in all outdoor stores, sometimes in the grocery store as well. And people will use this on the trail thinking it's like not a big deal if they're using it in a lake, a pond, a river. Biodegradable soap. Not safe. Even though it says it's safe for the ponds and the water, it's always harmful.
Wait, why not? Wait, I want to know about this. Why is it not
It's
safe?
not safe because you're increasing, first of all, you're increasing all the junk in there, right? It still increases like the nitrogen in the water, which is not good for animals. It's harming the animals. You're putting something that's not natural in the water. And furthermore, what if somebody's downstream? I don't want to filter your soapy dishwater, poopy water, whatever that is. Like that's disgusting. So
Wouldn't that just clean your filter?
that's fair. That might. But I think putting anything in water in nature that is not natural from nature is going to be harmful. And this is one example.
Okay, let's rank them. All right, so you take off your shoe and sock, you put your foot in the water. That's not natural. Is that wrecking nature?
Is that bacteria is not in nature? Is that what you're saying?
I'm asking, like, let's rank them. Let's go your dirty foot. Maybe you take a little swim in the water, so now you got your butt in there. And then you got the
totally
soap.
different.
Which one's worse out of
Totally
those
different. My butt, my feet might have a smell, unlikely, obviously. But they have bacteria. There's bacteria everywhere in nature. There's creatures designed to like eat poop in the ocean, to eat poop, to just bugs, insects. This is their job, right? But if you're putting a chemical in that's a man,
It's biodegradable. Is it a chemical? I thought it was all natural
you're gonna do
ingredients.
this all day, aren't you? Look, okay.
No, I'm
just
asking.
throw. You know what?
I
Just
don't know.
throw.
I don't know the
You're the guy who just throws all the styrofoam cups out in the wild, aren't you? You're that guy.
Wait
Are you
a
that
second.
guy?
You don't know the answer. That's you're deflecting. You don't know the answer.
Of what? Biodegradable?
It's okay not to know. I'm not a scientist either. That's what I'm asking.
I'm not saying it's not going to biodegrade. I'm saying, there's different timelines for different biodegradable things, right? But also, it still has chemicals in it. I don't know. You want to pull up a soap and find out? It's got chemicals in it that are still going to raise nitrogen levels in the water. Still going to be harmful for a little critter in the water that's not used to chemicals. Okay. So if you want to kill wildlife, by all means. Is that what you're saying you want to do, Carl? You want to kill wildlife? I know you like pictures with moose and whatever. He'll take a picture with a pile of scat. I mean, this is where we're at in his life now. So I wouldn't.
Somebody got a little defensive there and is on in the attack. All right.
I know you don't. I know you're not like a fan of soap in general, and we all get that. The B&B family understands the annual shower. I get it, but for others,
you don't think I'm a fan of soap. Like we just spent the whole beginning part of the episode talking about dirty hands, and you don't think I'm a fan of soap.
I mean, maybe not. I don't know.
That goes together.
Huh?
All right, next one I got is this one I fell victim to. I'm gonna be straight up recently.
There we go. Scam.
Recently. All right. So you go onto some of these websites such as like Garage Your Own Gear, and you're looking for some different types of, I don't know, like backpacking snacks. And you happen upon a brand that has way better ingredients. It's just like, high nutritional value. They might even call it like a cookie or something. And you're like, ooh, okay, this is different. I'm going to have a different, it's kind of mix up my snacks. And so you buy it. It's usually egregiously expensive. And then you get it sent to you. And then you eat it. And if you're eating on the trail, you convince yourself, like the matrix for this is that this is actually a cookie, but it's a healthy cookie.
Okay.
Right? And so you're enjoying it. But you're kidding yourself, folks. It tastes like trash. There's no healthy cookies that taste good. Like they're either they have bad stuff in them, like sugar, and they taste good, or they don't and they taste bad. So I bought this cookie that was, I don't know, it was like a little bag of cookies. It was supposed to be healthy, and I just like spitting it out. I was like, this is disgusting. I couldn't even convince myself that it was worth the money.
I think I've had this conversation with you too. It's like one of the hard things about going backpacking is I feel like my nutrition in general suffers because a lot of the stuff we have to buy is, like it's processed or it's freeze dried or whatever. So it's just hard. And so I think the marketing for a lot of these, like the newest power bar, the newest whatever energy bar is like, we're going to make it stand out because it's going to be organic or it's going to be all natural or it's going to have like no sugar. And that's all great. But it's still like, you're still just jamming junk in this bar and you got to like process it together. It's just not. It's not natural.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like you have to have Chips Ahoy, which is like chemical cookie. Even they do taste amazing.
They are amazing. Those are so good.
They are, but you can have like there's like Trader Joe's versions of Chips Ahoy, and they still taste good. But don't fool yourself; it's not a healthy cookie. It's still bad for you. It's not as bad, right?
It's not as bad, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I think we're on the same page with that one. That one makes sense. Okay, my last one is okay. This has to do with lightning and metal. Like if you have there's that myth of like if I have a metal backpack frame and I'm out there in a lightning storm, it's going to attract lightning. I got to get rid of this metal frame. Look, guys, if you're in a lightning storm, here's the deal. Like pretty much everything is a conductor of electricity. When you're talking about like 300 million volts of electricity, just it's some things are more than others. And usually it's like the tallest thing around, mainly like a tree. So the way to like be better about this is not worry about your backpack frame. It's like, don't go stand on the top of a hill maybe, right? Or don't, just don't be taller than everybody else like Carl is, right? So just don't be the tallest thing out there. Like, just keep going. But like the odds of it's more likely going to attract something larger, like a tree or something out there that's way bigger than you, not your little, osprey frame or whatever you use, Carl.
I like that you brought in some science again. That was pretty nice of you.
You like that?
Conductor. That was pretty good.
It's all, dude. It's light. It's millions of volts of electricity.
Volts. That's another good vocabulary word. Yeah, I like it.
Volts.
But, all right. I would like to pose the question: what percent of
Here we go.
The B&B family right now that are listening, what percent have a external metal backpack frame?
I'm gonna assume, which is never good, but I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume it's like maybe the generation before us,
The boomers.
the boomers. Maybe they have some old. My grandpa gave me this rucksack, and it's got the internal frame. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I would say it's a small percentage though. I'm gonna say like
I'll go with 0%.
I don't know about zero. I don't know about zero. I think
There's probably like 0.1%, and the
There's a
person
few.
is just trying to be retro, right?
there's a few, but again, like there's still metal frames out there that are still.
Yeah, at garage sales. I see them all the time at garage sales.
Yeah, but they could still be like, oh, I have a metal frame. It's very thin. It's covered.
Like internal frame, you're saying?
Yeah, it could be internal, external, but it's still, they're worried because it's like it's metal, and I'm like, you're
right.
worried about a little wire as opposed to I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
If it's gonna get you, it's gonna get you, but it's
Your
unlikely.
general idea is correct. I just don't know how many people you're hitting. I don't know how many people you're.
It could be an internal metal frame of a new backpack. It doesn't mean it's. I think the myth is
I
like,
agree.
if
I'm
I have
agreeing with
metal, I'm gonna get hit. I gotta get my backpack off. I gotta go do what? What are you gonna go do? What are you gonna go do?
No,
Like,
I'm agreeing with you. And I'm saying like you're hitting a bigger audience than what I was suggesting. I'm just saying I wonder how many people are actually really worried about this.
I mean, I don't know. I think quite a few. Well, think about like when you get caught in I think there's a lot of people who haven't been in a crazy lightning storm, right? Maybe they've had some rain or whatever, but when you're in like a thunderous lightning storm, I think there's quite a few people that are like, oh, I don't really know. Where do I go? Like, what do I do? I need to go by a tree? Do I need to go? Like, where do I go? I mean, we had people in our own group that were like freaking out. They're like, I am going to like leave everything metal on the ground and run away. And, right?
They ran away.
Well, away from the metal.
Okay.
So I don't know.
You're probably right. There's probably more people scared about that. I guess I guess the lightning thing is not on my list. Like I've been around lightning enough, and I'm definitely concerned about it. But I'm also in my mind, I'm thinking of like the lightning stats where it's like 8 people get struck by lightning, nationwide every year.
I agree, and most of the time they survive as well.
Yeah.
That's the
I
stat.
think maybe it's 8 deaths a year. I don't know.
It's like 90%. I think it's a very high percentage. I could be wrong.
Right.
I just had this trivia question in a game I was playing. It was like 80 or 90% survive. But
what game is this? What game are you playing?
I think
Jeopardy?
it was. I think no. That's no. It was. I think it was Wits.
Fortune?
No, I think it was Wits and Wagers. Actually,
Oh, that's
fabulous. That's a great
I
game.
like that game.
It's a great game.
That's a good one.
I learn a lot every time I play. You got one more? You go.
I got a couple more. I'm trying to think of which one. I got kind of a lot. So should I pick on cottage companies or
Cottage companies?
trails, or should I pick on?
Go trails. Cottage companies seems kind of niche.
I don't know. I feel like I got to share one about freeze dried food because
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I actually reached out to a company about this to get their kind of counter argument, I guess. So I should probably do that one.
Yeah, that sounds good. Do that.
Okay. So most of the food that you get in those like meal packets are freeze dried food, right? But
Yes, correct.
as a result, people assume that what they're buying is freeze-dried food. And there's some companies that don't actually make freeze-dried food. They make dehydrated food,
Dehydrated food, right?
which is significantly cheaper. So my problem was, why is your food either as expensive or more expensive if it's just dehydrated versus freeze-dried? So I had a problem with that. I'm like, it should be way cheaper because the process is cheaper. You don't need the same machines. Like I can dehydrate food at home. It's not that big of a deal, right?
Are they marketing as more healthy somehow? Is that
I don't think they're marketing that way. I reached out to one company that does dehydrated food called Good to Go. And their counter argument is that they fully cook their meals. So their meals are all together and then they dehydrate them rather than like freeze drying individual ingredients or buying individual ingredients freeze dried and like throwing them in the bag. And then they, of course, they say they have their smaller brands, they have higher ingredient prices, and then they use the dreaded supply chain phrase. So I guess you can make the case, right?
That's a hard one. I don't know. I mean, are many people really caring about that? You think? Like when
I
they're
think
buying
people want
their
cheaper
food?
prices, right? So if you see somebody who's like, wait a second, yours should be cheaper.
Yeah, but we want cheaper prices for everything, though, not just
No, I
freeze-dried
don't.
food.
I like California gas prices.
If you lived here, you would. I only pay $5 a gallon, guys. So don't worry about it. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous.
I'm gonna say maybe on that one. I get that theirs might be better crafted. I'll be honest though, like in terms of taste, like theirs tastes good. Good to Go is one of the good. They taste like good meals, but so do the other ones that do it the different way, right?
Right.
So I don't know.
Is it worth it? You're saying?
Yeah, I'll let everybody else decide. You tell me what you think on that one.
I don't know if that's like as big as a deal as you're presenting to be. But I see your point.
Okay.
I see your point. It is kind of annoying.
All right, I'm going to give you one that I have a strong reaction to. I don't know if you'll have a strong reaction. So I have asked people, over the years, you're like, oh, hey, which trail's on your list? Like, what's on your bucket list or what trails you want to do, right? And if we asked people 10 years ago, people would say, like, the John Muir Trail. Maybe they want to do a through hike at the Pacific Crest Trail. They want to go to, various national parks. But in the last, like, 5-ish years, a new trail has popped up on people's lists. Oh. It's the Uinta Highline Trail in Utah. Okay. And I think the reason why it's on people's lists is because a couple of movies have been made about this trail. And so just because it's sort of been glorified in movies, people are like, oh, I want to do this trail, right? And the trail, the beauty of the trail, like, it's nice, but I wouldn't rank it in the top, 200 trails in the world, but somehow it's making it onto people's bucket list, and I'm highly confused about this. And I think they're being manipulated by the backpacking matrix because they simply watched a video or two about it, and they're like, oh, that person did it, now I want to do it. But I don't think it's really, it's fine to do, but is it really like a bucket list hike?
I don't think it is, but I think it's one of those things where, like, it became popular, so now we got to do it. And I got to do it because everybody, I want to say that I did the thing that was popular, right? I think that's what it really boils down to.
Yeah. There's some things that are appealing about it. It's relatively centrally located in Utah. It's kind of an annoying hike to do in terms of, like, shuttles and stuff like that, but it's like a relatively shorter through hike, so that's appealing to people. So I get that, but I would do the collegiate loop over the Highline Trail. It's like 10 times more beautiful and a lot less crowded. So
there's so many better trails visually, I would say, as well. Like some of the stuff we've seen. You could go on and on, like Glacier, right?
Yeah.
Even Colorado's got some great stuff, and then you got Yosemite, of course, which is, I don't know. I think it's just one of those popularity things where, like, oh, it's the cool thing. I got to do it.
Right.
Or I'm not cool. That's,
I got like some local trails around my house. You can make the case that those are nicer.
You could.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna get off my high horse. I think that I got a couple more. I'll save them for later. If people want to hear more, we'll come back to it.
I don't think they do.
I think they do. What, dude? You got some good ones.
I did, but I think it's all about that red pill. Do you want to face the truth? I don't know. We pulled back the curtain, guys. You let us know what you think. You want more? We'll give you more. If not, take the blue pill like Carl did.
All right. I've got Matrix trivia coming up right after this.
Uh-oh.
All right, everyone, let's talk about drinking and driving, a decision that will change your whole world. Things will never be the same once you get a DUI because legal fees, time in court are just the beginning. Getting into a crash is another way your world could be irreversibly changed after drinking and driving. Your vehicle may not be the only thing that gets damaged in that crash. You could face a life-altering injury or even death. But you're not the only one who could face those consequences. Your decision to drink and drive could permanently change someone else's world, whether you injure them or leave their loved ones grieving. The next time you're out drinking, call a rideshare, a taxi, a sober friend, or a designated sober driver. Always plan for a safe ride home. The only decision that will change your world for the better is the decision to call for a sober ride. It's never worth it to drive drunk. Don't risk it. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
All right, 3 Matrix questions or Matrix-related questions, and I think you're going to pass this one. I know you said you've only seen the movies. You've seen all the movies, but just one time each. Is that correct?
Like so long ago. It's so long. Like when did Matrix 1 come out? Like,
I want to say like 99 or 97 or something like that.
99? That's like 20 plus years ago? I don't know.
Yeah, but at the time, like I feel like we were in our stage of life where you just rewatch movies a lot, right?
Yeah, when you were like really into it.
Yeah, I was into.
I mean, I liked it. I think maybe I saw the first one twice. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't feel good about this trivia though. This might be a good.
I just remember I was in the theater watching it, and it was before like it had really gotten hyped up, and they did the red pill, blue pill thing. My buddy leaned in next to me. He's like, "Take the red pill,"
and you were like, "No, I'm taking the blue pill."
Yeah, and that ends the movie, right? That wouldn't be any fun.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, all right, here we go. Number one, The Matrix, the first one anyway, is considered an allegory for which of the following stories or which of the following things?
Okay.
All right.
As an allegory.
A, Christianity, B, Lord of the Rings, C, Chicken Little, or D, socialism?
The Matrix is an allegory for one of those. Okay, so we got Lord of the Rings, we got Chicken Little.
Yeah.
What was the first
Sky's
one?
Falling.
Sky's Falling. What was the first one?
Christianity.
Christianity or
Socialism.
Oh my gosh. This is
the role of the characters.
I'm trying to think of the role. I'm gonna say Christianity, just because I have no
Christianity is correct.
Yeah.
They have like the savior guy. They have the Judas character. Yeah. Wow.
Okay. I mean,
look at that. That's the hardest question out of these three.
I don't think so.
We'll
We'll
out.
find
All right,
out.
number two.
Yeah.
What is another word for a matrix? A grid. B, a column. C, a cipher. Or D, a paragraph.
I immediately was gonna say. Did you say paragraph?
Yeah.
I was gonna say grid immediately. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with grid.
Grid is correct. Look at that. You already passed trivia.
Wow. I feel special.
Yeah, not paragraph.
I was leaning towards column actually.
Okay. All right, this one I'm just hoping you get. It's not multiple choice.
Oh jeez.
Neo is the name of the main character, but the main bad guy called him by a different name.
Oh.
What was it?
No idea. Can you give me? Wait.
This is the most commonly quoted line of the entire movie and series, probably.
Is it? Okay, Mr. Anderson called him.
Yeah, Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson. Yeah. Okay, that's what I was gonna.
Yeah. All right.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You dominated, man. Crushed
Whew.
it.
Just throwing out darts and hitting the board.
That's
I
right.
Like it.
All right. A couple tidbits. I thought it'd be kind of fun to find out what's your top sci-fi movie of all time.
Oh.
Apparently not Matrix.
Now I have a couple.
Okay. So go ahead.
I think for at the time, I think when I finally got to see, I think it's the first rated R movie I saw. I don't remember when it came out. I don't know how old I was. I can't remember.
Okay.
I think it was Terminator 2. I thought it was so cool.
Oh, that was rated
It was
R.
so cool. I was like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
So probably that one. I was on the edge of my seat, and then I mean, all the Back to the Futures are awesome. I like all the Back to the Futures.
Okay.
You could throw Star Wars in there, I guess. Probably those.
Yes, I think that's where you get like it's sci-fi, right? Like versus fantasy. There's nothing really science-y about Star Wars, right?
It's classified as sci-fi though, because it feels that way.
It's just, but really, it's just like space fantasy. Just like
Probably.
I had Back to the Future's in mind, but is there any like science behind that?
Yeah, Doc Brown, bro. Come on, flux
He's a scientist,
capacitor.
but yeah,
flux capacitor, gigawatts.
I don't know. Like I heard somebody say, like if you are wanting to send, like at the very beginning, they send the dog like a minute into the future, right?
Yeah.
So if you send something like 1 minute into the future and you put it in the same spot, then you're going to end up in the middle of outer space because the Earth is moving around the sun. So you can't put it in the same spot just 1 minute in the future. You'd have to account for distance as well, right?
Because we're traveling at what, like 1,000 miles an hour?
Yeah, something like that. And
Right.
so I don't know that they really cover that.
That's a good point. I don't think Doc Brown was calculating correctly.
If he was, they didn't share that in the movie, so I'll have to ask the screenwriters, I guess.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I know. Okay.
Wow.
All right. Last tip I got is I told you they are rebooting a TV show. One that I think you're currently binge watching the old one.
Am I?
And that, my friend, is Murder, She Wrote.
Never seen it. Never seen it.
Yes, you have. What are you talking? Don't, dude.
I've never watched it.
Even if you didn't choose to watch it, like your mom or some aunt in your family's like, we gotta watch it. It's on right now.
Angela Lansbury. Who's going to be the main person? You know?
I don't know how serious the show is going to be because obviously like people have seen the ridicularity of it. But so I don't know if this is like a joke show, but it's Jamie Lee Curtis,
Oh, really?
the Halloween person.
Yeah. Alien. Yeah, I mean, I could see her doing that.
She was an alien. That was Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver. What am I saying? She was Freakier Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see that. I guess. I don't know.
You could see her like running into murder people every week.
I mean, because she's older now, and it's like I could see it, but I don't know. I never was like a huge fan of the show at the time. I think I was more into like Magnum PI, Knight Rider.
I watched it with, I think my parents watched it or my grandma watched it. And at the time, I thought it was fine. And then I think we flipped on an old episode, and I was like, dude, she's super nosy. Like, she's like going into crime scenes, and she's doing really inappropriate things just to try to figure out who. And then, of course, she solves the murder, of course. But
obviously, yeah.
But you're not really supposed to do what she did.
Well, I mean, it's illegal, probably, right?
Yeah, you can get in trouble for that stuff.
Wow.
So beware.
It's a good thing you're so straight laced. You'll never have that problem, right? That's it for me.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. Guys, I'm just going to leave it with this. If you want to have a great life, take that red pill. If you want to have a boring life, every day, take that blue pill. Just like you know who, right next to me.
Deep.
Next to me. Peace out. A long time ago, I had a flux capacitor, and I said, "Carl, look, I can send you into the future, man. I can do it." He's like, "Really? I want to go into the past, though." I said, "All right, this is meant for the future, but I'll do the past for you because I'm not smart. I did it." And the goal, I said, "Why do you want to go into the past?" He's like, "I can't really say." And I said, "Well, be honest with me. Is it for something atop your head that you don't have anymore to try to get more hair back?" He's like, "You caught me." So I sent him back like 20 years. And he really, I mean, he got like a couple hairs. That was it. Nothing changed.